Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is all about Naomi Irion. Now, Naomi is an 18-year-old lady who went missing out of Fernley, Nevada on March the 12th. She went missing at exactly 5:25 a.m. and she went missing from a Walmart parking lot. So spirit guides, ancestors, and holy angels, gather around. Tonight we are going to Nevada, and I want to be in the zip code 89408. And since she went missing at exactly 5:25, and they showed footage of the parking lot where the guy was kind of standing around, she went missing at 5:25. I want to start the clock at 5:15. This is exactly 10 minutes before she goes missing. So let's go to Fernley, Nevada, zip code 89408. It's 5:15 in the morning, and we're in the car with Naomi Irion. So we're going to get us 4 cards to get started, and I'm going to clarify them. Then I have a few questions. So Spirit, we're looking for the energy of Naomi Irion. She's in a Walmart parking lot in Nevada. She's 18 years old. There's someone in the parking lot waiting. We're looking for Naomi Irion, 18 years old, went missing out of Fernley, Nevada at 5:25 a.m. in the zip code of 89408. All right, I'm going to shuffle the Omega Land deck. We have one. I just want to get 3 more. All right, now Naomi actually was a bit of a military brat. She traveled the world with her father, who worked, there's 2, who worked in the State Department. So she's been to Germany, to South Africa, a little bit of everywhere. But she had really been looking forward to being here in America because she wanted to be a teenager just like everybody else. And she is an active, oh, I see it, it flipped. All right, we have our 4. And she is an active member of the LGBT community. And she was also on Hinge, Bumble, and Tinder. She had went on a date the night before with a guy from Reno, but her mother and brother have cleared this guy. They've seen her since she went on a date. So they don't think this has anything to do with the date. But it is important to mention that she was being sexually harassed at her job, and she worked in the Panasonic factory in Fernley. All right, so let's see what we have here. The first card that came out was the Hierophant. Now, this is an official person or someone who's calling the shots. And it's 5:15 in the morning. This is 10 minutes before the abduction. A little more light. Only thing that's catching my eye is this green. It's a little, like a jewel or something by his head. Right there. I don't know if this is some sort of an electronic device, or it may have been something that, she's in the position it's in. It could be an earring because it's right on this is on the right side of her face. So I'm thinking I'm going to take that device as a cell phone. All right, and it was worthy to note that she went missing at 5:25. Her very last social media post was at 5:23. So she was on the phone or fiddling with her phone right before. All right, the next card that came out is the 4 Cups. And this is the apathy card, but that's not the thing. For me, the thing is, do you see how disheartened this guy looks? Like very, sad, possibly going through some sort of withdrawal or something. But this is someone who has absolutely nothing to lose. And they're putting up barbed wire around them. So it looks like he was either just coming out from behind the barbed wire, probably in prison, or on his way back to prison. Or this could just be spirit way of saying that he was a prisoner that was recently released. You see this man in the back putting up barbed wire? He's just kind of sitting there looking disheveled. I'm getting prisoner vibes. All right. Next up, we have the magician. Now, this is the energy here of someone who has it all together. Oh, he's very proud of the things that are on his table, that he's able to present these things and knows how to use these things. This has Naomi's energy on it. I don't know her personally, but yeah, I see this person. They're very proud of, the work that they've done. They know how to use all of these different things. They can kind of, the magician can hold his own. But I hear in the background, magicians, don't worry about the hecklers, and you should. Like, this is someone who's focused on their own path. Everything's in front of him. There's no reason to look back or look around. Looking straight forward at the table. All right, and the next card is the Knight of Swords. Now, where her car was found at, I think they said it was Highway 180 or something with an 80, right by a highway, expressway, like a big highway. And that's what I'm getting from this card. They're not pointing out anything so much as with the man or the picture itself. And they're not even really pointing out the words on this billboard, but they're just like showing me billboards. You know how you pass on the highway and you just keep seeing billboards? Now, her car was abandoned or ditched less than a mile away. And there is now a blue truck with a lot of chrome decoration on it. That's a vehicle of interest. All right. Let's go back to the first card and clarify it. And I'm going to use the Tarot in Wonderland deck to clarify this card. I'm thinking this is the phone. I don't know what type of phone she had. But I'm going to ask what this green item is. Spirit, clarify the Hierophant card. How does this refer to Naomi Irony on on March the 12th of 2022? How does the Hierophant card refer to Naomi Irony on March the 12th of 2022 within the zip code of 89408? All right. That is quite a bit, but this is the one. And I'm going to take these two since they're right here. All right. This is the one, so I'm going to see what it says first. All right, and what came out is the sun. This is the this was the phone. You see all these sunflowers, and it's the three people. This was like a good morning. You know how you text somebody good morning and you have all the smiley faces and the sun emojis. So it was 5:15 in the morning. So there was a moment where she was exchanging greetings or pleasantries with someone. Good mornings. Going back and forth with the good mornings here. So, that's normal. You're 18 years old. You're in your car. You're about to get on the shuttle and go to work. Like I said, she's working at the Panasonic factory. All right. And the other two cards that flipped over top up, the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands. Now, there was something that he flashed her or showed her to make her move over in her car. And right here we have like the knife. So a knife can be really threatening. It doesn't always have to be a gun. I will move if you put up, threaten me with a big knife. So the threat in my mind was made with a knife. A pretty big knife. Because it has the pin next to it. The pin is mightier than the sword thing. But the pin and the sword are almost the same size here. So that's either a really big pin or a really big knife. So we have good morning text messages and a knife. And next is the Six of Wands. These are the other co-workers on the shuttle bus. But she was gone before they got there. So it was just the energy of waiting for your shuttle. You're going to go to work like you normally do. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let's move on to this troublesome young man here. All right. Let's move these over. All right, Spirit, you've shown me this disheveled man that was either on his way in lockdown or on his way out or had just come out of lockdown. He doesn't really have much to lose. What can you tell me about this gentleman? We have escape from deceitful woman. This is just kind of giving me like troubled vibes, like he was already on the run from someone. Or he had done something that he was already trying to get away from. But the main thing I'm getting off of this card is escaping and running. I'm going to go into the movie tarot. I want to know more about this character. And this one here, it's all people cards. It's the major arcana and the court cards. Spirit, I would like to know more about this young man who was on the run and didn't have much going on in life for himself. Tell me more about him. He was in the parking lot already. He was there for sure at 5:15, and at 5:25 he took Naomi Irion by force in her own car. What can you tell me about him? What are his characteristics? All right, 2 cards came out. We have the Justice. And this has Clint Eastwood on it. And his face is in shadow in both of these cards. Like in this one, it's kind of hiding under the hat a little bit. In this one, he straight up has a mask on. You know what it tells me when people hide their faces? It tells me that they know somebody. They don't want to be identified. They're hiding their face. This is someone that she's had contact with before. She's had contact with him before. So there was a need to kind of shade his face a little bit. Or, to kind of sneak up on her, hide identity. Because if she had seen him coming, there's a good chance she would have drove off. So this is someone that's hiding their face. You know, the Walmart parking lot gets just sketchier every day, it seems. I'm just going to ask flat out if she knew him. How about that? And to do that, I'm going to use the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. And Spirit, as far as 18-year-old Naomi Irion, who went missing from Walmart parking lot in Fernley, Nevada on March the 12th of 2022. The person who was waiting, I'm going to still get the question out. The person who was waiting for her in the car was hiding their face. What can you tell me about him? All right. The Eight of Candles and Judgment. This is paperwork. Now, when you get sexually harassed at the workplace, you file paperwork. This is paperwork. See the writing? So somehow her and this man were connected through paper. Only thing I'm getting off these Eight of Candle card, you see how the wax is dripping? But they're showing me sweat dripping. Like just sweaty, really hot and sweaty. So we have a sweaty person that is coming back, and somewhere there's a paper trail connecting them. And they may possibly already be on the run from prior incidents. All right. So that's a good bit to know about him. Okay, now let's go on to Naomi's energy. At this time, she was being the magician. I'm going to do that. I'm going to dig off into the Hermetic Tarot. All right, Spirit, you can now take me past 525. Her and the abductor are in the car together. Move it for just 10 minutes. I'm going to go from 5:15 to 5:25. Now we're at 5:35 a.m. We are in the car with Naomi and the abductor. She's 18 years old. It's March the 12th of 2022. Right now we're still in the zip code of 89408. Can you tell me what happened to Naomi's energy at this point in the car? Holy crap, it jumped. Alright. What is it? It's the Six of Swords. This is I believe this is that big knife that was in the first one. They're all coming to a point up here. These are all knives and swords. Some are bent and some are straight, but they all come to this point, like a sharp point, like a stab or a pinch. I'm getting the energy of the knife being held up to her. Very pointed for sure. Like contact. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about this contact with Naomi in the car? Alright. The Nine of Swords. Despair and cruelty. This is interesting right here. This little like this black thing here. On this card it's described as the black hole sun. But it could be a target, or it could be some sort of a puncture wound. I'm going to clarify it. Spirit, give me more information about the energy between Naomi and her abductor in this car. Give me a little bit more energy. Clarify the 9 of Swords and the 7. Alright, let's see what it is. So we have the disloyalty card. It's, making the offer and someone saying, no, I don't want it. Or, no, I don't want to work with you. No, I don't want to be your partner. Just no. And I see good choices. Now, when I first looked at this card, I was like, how could this be a good choice? But this is when you try to bargain with a person and be like, if you let me go, I won't say anything. Or if you let me go, it's going to be all right. No one has to know. You can still make a good choice. You can do the right thing here. It's not too late. Let me go. That sort of thing. And then the no. I don't want to work with you. So she was trying, or could still be trying, to negotiate with this abductor. Like, it's not, at this point, what is it, 5:35 a.m.? It's only been 10 minutes. At this point, you're still bargaining, negotiating, trying to get out of it. All right, I'm going to ask a question about that. Spirit, about this negotiating where she was giving him choices or things that he could do other than continue on with this. Can you tell me the energy from him when she was pleading to be let go? Oh, all right. 2, 3. All right. The first one is the Queen of Swords. And there is a bit of blood on that knife. So this would explain all the knives here. Now we, the energy of it all. So he was not with the negotiating. And we also have the Page of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. This 4 of Pentacles, the way this one is sitting right in his lap like that, and he's, arms rested on the side of the swing. This is someone who's very assured. They have what they want. They're in the driver's seat now, in control of things now. And to look back at, the Page of Cups with the little offer. Yeah, this person is something else. This offer with this mouth open, it's like somebody mocking you, like mocking you, making fun of your voice, like, impersonating you. Yeah, I don't like this guy at all. Criminal background. Use of violence, because there was a puncture at some point. Already on the run with nothing to lose, and now you're mocking people. It just keeps getting better. All right. What was next? All right. The last card from the 4 cards was the expressway with all the billboards. Let's see if she's still on or close to Highway 180. Spirit, what can you tell me about this highway trip with Naomi and the perpetrator? Are they still on the road now? All right. The Knight of Swords came out. The exact same one. What are the odds? Like, this is the Knight of Swords that we're clarifying. It clarified itself with another Knight of Swords. So this is doubling down. Yes, and there are no structures. Like, now it's like mountains and trees and stuff. So this is not residential area. So this is like we have now moved off of the highway and into the bushes. But it's the same person doing it all. All right. Thank you, Spirit. So let's get into one of the questions. All right. Put these over here. And I only have 2 questions because this has only been going on 12 days. All right. So, Spirit, what I would like to ask is, where should the volunteers in the family look for Naomi? You can move away from the date of March the 12th. You can move away from the zip code of 89408. And you can go past the time. Bring us to now. It's March the 24th of 2022. She's been missing 12 days. Where should the family and volunteers look for Naomi? Well, they're getting jumbled. Where should the volunteers look for Naomi? This is the 9 of Swords. It doesn't really have any it doesn't have any structures or any landmarks or anything in the background. And the 9 of Swords is just, super anxiety. You can't sleep. You're worried all the time, that sort of thing. And it's like, yes, everyone's worried all the time already. It's been 12 days. So I appreciate it, Spirit, but where should we look? Are there any signs, symbols, clues? Where should the search for Naomi be? Oh, all right. Well, that's unexpected. It's not an outside place. So there is a structure there. It's like an old crickety house. All right, let's ask. So why did you show me a house when I asked you where we should look for Naomi? Is she inside of a house or outside of a house? All right, and we got unfair treatment. Now, this might not look like a good thing, but if you're being treated unfairly, you're still alive, So we're hoping for the best. All right, so I'm thinking she's alive, very much so, and inside of someone's house. Alright, we'll leave it right there. I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.